In this video, I want to talk about something I have never addressed in 3.5 years of running this channel on narcissism. I actually want to talk about communal narcissism. I want to talk about what it is, what it means, signs that you might be dealing with or know of a communal narcissist, and what you can do to get yourself away from a situation with a person like this. So let's dive in and get to it. What is a communal narcissist? What exactly does that mean? Usually I talk about very general, very blanketed statements of people who are narcissistic. I talk about the overt and the covert. There's no actual category for a communal narcissist. I suppose you can put them into one all their very own if you would like to do that. They do, however, fall more in line, in some cases, with the overt narcissist. They have a very inflated ego. Not that a covert narcissist does it, they're just displayed a little bit differently. Communal narcissists truthfully believe that they are very, very useful and very important in a community or a group or a workplace. These are people who have a grandiose idea of themselves in this way. The company runs because of them, and without them, the wheels would fall off and it would be nothing. It would be finished and wiped out into the ground. The organization wouldn't be what it is if they didn't have a hand in it. They are making the earth rotate around the sun, whatever, and so on. Communal narcissists often have these really powerful delusions that only they have a certain quality. They have a certain thing about them, a certain skill or set of skills that they need to do these things. They're the only person, they're the only person in the hospital, so to speak, who can perform this certain surgery. Even though that's not the case. Most communal narcissists feel like they go above and beyond in areas like likability. Most of them feel as if they have really high social skills, even though most of them might actually not. They feel like they can read people, and of course they feel like they are the most helpful person who ever existed. I know I've mentioned some of these things already, but really quickly I want to run down a list of places where you might find somebody who is behaving like this. Of course, your workplace. This is also really, really super common with charity work or volunteer work. Sports teams coaching a sport, teaching some kind of sport or activity, support groups, be on the lookout, survivor. These people lurk in places where you would least expect it. Churches or other religious outlets, schools, teachers. Like I say, I had a whole video quite a while ago on some of the most unexpected places where you might find highly narcissistic people. And really, I can't stress actually support groups enough. You wouldn't believe the kinds of horror stories that you can find for people that were just trying to look for someone to talk to, and it turned out that they ended up getting suckered in by another narcissist. Also, people who you really feel like you can go to, teachers or, some kind of a religious outlet. And so sometimes it can be really, really dangerous. If you would like to talk one-on-one with a survivor, you can email BookAChatWithJess@gmail.com to get information on private phone chats with me. Someone who is a communal narcissist might exhibit some of the signs. I kind of want to go over what some of these signs here are to let you know that, hey, this might be something I'm dealing with. So, number one, they know for a fact, and we use the word fact loosely here, but they know for a fact that they are the best at what they're doing. Like I say, usually that's not the case. They're not the only one who has this particular skill set, and they are the only one who has the opinion that they are the best. Others might even complain that they don't do anything at all. They might say, well, I don't know why so-and-so thinks they run this event. They actually didn't do anything. As a matter of fact, they were late. Also, sometimes a lot of these people will take all the credit for other people's hard work. Hey, it was a great event. Yeah, I know. I sure did work hard on it. And surrounding people might go, you didn't do anything. What are you talking about? Number two, they are a huge martyr, and that's actually an understatement. These are the people who believe they have made incredible, exhausting, over-the-top sacrifices for the charity or the organization. They will devalue and rip on people who haven't done so, even if they have done so. They'll be shunned and pushed aside, and what they have done will be minimized and overlooked. In a workplace setting, they might openly mock people who don't work as hard as they appear to do. Again, this is despite the fact that they probably don't work that hard at all. People like this are really good at looking like they're busy and accomplishing absolutely nothing. Number 3, they're overly dedicated to their job, group, club, team, etc. They feel as if they're so important to the group or the cause, they might actually neglect other areas in their life. They might tell their family they have to stay at work later to do things, or they might neglect their children to do certain things. And what might happen is they neglect other areas of their life, their job or their family or their kids, to say, I have to spend all my time doing this. This is necessary. But what is necessary isn't actually at all. Usually the things they're doing are overtime, which is voluntary, or volunteer work, which is voluntary right there in the name. So they say, oh, I have to go do this. I have to go do this. But no one's making them. They're the only person who's making them. Number 4, they overstep. These are people who can try to push their way to the top, and typically they don't care whose toes or back of someone's neck they step on to get there. They will become extremely obnoxious and overbearing. Number 5, they refer to whatever community they're a part of. They kind of say this is my calling. This is my passion. This is my life's work. I was made for this. I was built for this. And they become the most annoying person in the world because that's all they talk about, and that's all that their time and energy is focused on. Number 6, a really good sign to watch out for. They only behave this way when it counts. And what I mean by that is they only behave like this is their passion, their mission, their life's work. They only do this in front of other people. Behind closed doors, you'll find this person isn't exactly as passionate about the charity or the club as they seem to be in front of other people or out in public. It becomes really clear that things like donating money or time or materials don't really matter. Someone who's a narcissist, communal or otherwise, is never going to do things like make an anonymous donation. They're always going to put a name on that. They need everyone to know they donated, they supported, they did this, that, or whatever they gave to the charity, and they will talk about it all the time. They will only do certain good deeds when they can get recognition, acknowledgement, awards, rewards, accolades, or when other people are looking and they can take that satisfaction. In true narky fashion, words and actions won't match. They'll say people should be giving more of their free time to volunteer, but they won't give their time. They will say, oh, come on, you got more money than that. What, you can't give $20? Whereas they've given nothing to the cause. Number 7, they spin up drama. I mean, just avoid this altogether, but these are communal narcissists, but narcs nonetheless. So they love their drama and their bullshit. And you'll find office politics with this person more than you'll really find anything else. Stirring up gossip, rumors, who's sleeping with who's doing what, who's broke, who's getting a divorce, who does this. And they're doing all of that, but not focusing on the charity goal, for example, or the deadline at the office. Again, it's who's sleeping with who and all the good, juicy, drama-related bullshit. Some of the best things you can do when dealing with someone like this is, first of all, obviously limit the interactions that you have to have with this person. No contact isn't always possible. No, sometimes we're not in an environment where we can walk away. Sometimes we don't want to walk away. We don't want to be pushed off our turf. Hey, I like this charity or this organization. I don't want to walk away just because someone's kind of acting like a douchebag. You don't always have to go no contact if you don't feel like that works, but you can learn how to gray rock and keep your distance from people as best you can. If you learn that a person in your life is a narcissist or they have these tendencies, communal or otherwise, you have to try to remember that don't confront the person, don't expose the person. Narcs are really good at brainwashing people, gaslighting people, running smear campaigns, and they will convince you that you're the root of all evil, and they'll also spread rumors that you're the root of all evil and that they're a saint. And sometimes confronting or exposing or trying to do those things backfires, blows up in your face, and creates more problems that you never knew existed. Like I say, focus on yourself, self-care, self-love, boosting yourself, work for these charities or these organizations, or do what you like to do at a distance. Work on your self-esteem and keeping your standards and boundaries in check, things like that. I hope this video was helpful. If it was, please subscribe to the channel for more videos, like and share the video if you think it might help somebody else. Those are the most awesome things you can do that really, really help and support my channel as I work towards 100,000 subscribers. If you have any information on communal narcissism, if you'd like to share that, of course, please leave that in a comment below, or anything else you want to share. If you have tips that have helped you, I always encourage you to share that with other survivors as well. Thank you so much for listening. Have a great day, survivor, and take care of yourself.